Okay, so I'm going to read 3 short things, one of which is in the anthology, all of which are in a manuscript that I'm working on. That's called I Love and Understand You and Would Be Perfect to You Now. So, this is the first one. It's called Explanation. I was needing to explain. I was trying to explain it to you, but just as I'd start to explain it, what it was I was explaining would no longer be what I wanted to explain, as I would then have to explain. It wasn't you, it was it. I could sense it eluding itself. I would think it, and then I would explain it, and it would be different. Not extremely different, but still perceptibly so, to me, to you. The gap from mind to mouth to other mouth, other mind, I would think it. I would even just think a little of thinking it, and it would be different. Even this now, especially this now, is very different. Owl service. The bumpy ride back, I'd like to stare at the empty brown seats and listen to the whir of the electric motor. Hills, the angled and winding street, headlights, and rain. One night, a couple got on, drunk and carrying a bunch of stuffed animals. Looking at them, I imagined myself in a moment like that, being so happy. I asked how they gotten so many toys. Turns out the guy had won them in one of those machines with the claw in it. You must be pretty good, I told him. There's a trick to it, he said. He paused as if considering whether to share his secret. He started to tell me, but halfway through I lost interest and began to think about something else. What was I thinking about, and what did he say? Something about moving the sliding thing around, working the way the claw is positioned. I can't remember. It was disappointing, the lack of mystery, the simple method and formula. I regretted asking. Okay, and then this last one, I will give you guys an interactive moment. It's either bed bugs or breast.
Breast. Bed bugs.
Seems like 3 people want breast, 2 people want bed bugs, and the rest. So I'll do the breast, I guess. This is the majority. This is called It Was Your Last Month in Town. It was your last month in town. You had gotten back together with someone you had dated some time ago, long ago, someone you had known from your hometown, and were now moving back to move in with him. I was happy for you mostly. I've never lived with anyone before, I said. Me neither, you said. Yeah, sorry. I'm distracted. I suddenly was like, oh, this is appropriate because I have friends who have just moved in together, so. We were at a restaurant finishing burgers. It seems kind of fun, I said, adventurous. Yeah, I'm excited, also a little scared. There was a pause. I asked, what's he like? After splitting the bill, I walked you back towards your apartment. You had just gotten new glasses, which were pink and made of clear plastic. The glasses made you dizzy, you said, and you walked down the street in a slightly stiff and halting way that made me laugh and feel close to you. You walked down a particularly steep hill holding your hands out for balance, and I followed behind you slowly. Along the way, I don't remember what we were talking about. Something about laundry? Jobs, maybe? There was a noise in the street that sounded like someone screaming, and we were quiet for the moment, just listening. When we got to your front gate, I reached over to hug you goodnight. I tried patting your shoulder in an affectionate way, but missed. I think I accidentally grabbed your boob, I said, when I was trying to touch your shoulder. You laughed, and then I did too. We stood there looking at each other, watching each other's hands and bodies. I felt suddenly very turned on. I didn't say anything else, and you didn't either. We just kept on laughing quietly. Your eyes had a strange light to them, as if you had suddenly figured it out, and then it was gone. Thanks. And the last reader is Mike Allen.
This is called The Age of the Tire Boat. I'm from Northern California. You are not the dam that tucks the water in the lake. You who opened school beside the craters and the bucks, who spent a lot of quarters on the feather-falling slots, who, opening the mayonnaise, elected not to think of what you'd thought about in fever, near junipers, near feverish junipers, and jumping, giving up on fording to jump among the rocks, who carried sluices and train tickets. Hey, I left my sunglasses in your woodshed. Can I go get them in the morning? You are not the nickels that you licked atop the bridge, ear to the rails and the lash of the whistle, not too far above the crayon hearts. You are not the paper mills or granite mines in which you punched out, sucker punched, Kool-Aid punch and rum, slightly tipsy, saying all the shit about the rice. You are not endangered in the classic sense, but I saw you give the ointment to your cousin at the rink. I saw you in the snow outside the diner, outside Dunsmuir, frying all the ham hock for the gloved of the five, where you slept in the bathtub, munching on the radio, opening the skull, ferrying the truckers through the blame-accorded snow. You are not Lyle Lovett, come among his tenants with a lamp. You are not the echinacea or the cancer. Now you're both. Congratulations. You are still the awesome hand job that you gave in Hunter's truck, but now you've been the mugshots of the teeth after the meth, been serenaded by, well, all right, I think I'll just go ahead and give myself another chance. You've been robbed with a hairdryer at AM PM, been stabbed in the shoulder dealing cough syrup to 5th graders, been Ben when asked for your first name by cops, and also Eduardo. You are not the Marlboros in transit on the sly inside your older brother's coat. Wayne's parka, Skylar's Wayne, yeah, Tristina's Wayne. Yeah, that Wayne, no, that way. I don't know, officer. We're just skateboarders. Skate or die. You are not dying. You are not relaxed. You left your sunglasses outside atop the swamp cooler in August, and now you've got a fever, but I think you'll need a ladder. You left the cockroaches in the medicine cabinet. You left your spaghetti in the bathtub where you slept. You are not the tire swing abandoned in the winter. You are not the note we left appreciating God. You are not the census that you answered very carefully of the gold chink, of the sluices near junipers, of the tar pits with the cedarwood pianos and the Chesterfield aunts, in the Wairika bakery and other lonely palindromes of the lie and Sudafed inside your mother's swollen warts, up in the newer casinos to uproot the holler of the touched asleep in corduroy upon the courthouse steps. You are here to swear a kind of throat. You are saving all the names inside your plutocratic wrists. You are worshiping, embarrassed, all the dead and skanky dead. You are taking off your sunglasses in barns and double wides. You are digging up the graves beside the cannery, looking for your sunglasses. You are not the soldier, gone allergic to the sun, whispering his bullshit to his daughter on the phone, nor all of the linoleum or menthol or asbestos. I saw you in a shopping cart you duct taped to the rails, with a frog inside your holster, walking slowly in the rain, down Feather River Boulevard, down your sister's former name. If I go missing at the diner, then I stole a semi-truck. You are not the God that we encouraged on the lake, nor the cataracts of lightning, water gone electric, all in all, an armor all, a clunky wish for death. You are not the lack of ideology we dumbass tried to chase. Man, is this an accent or a train? Every whistle brays to a conductor's lonely wife. But someone tell the landlord that the whistle's faking it. Tell me why the lonely always worship all the trains. You are not the light which runs the length of all the rails, which you are not, and which is light that's lonely for a jack. Wheat thins and deer jerky, still embarrassed now to love, to be convinced by all the prayers. I wrote AM, PM, and Chevron on strips of fortune cookie paper and made you close your eyes, and then I laid them on your tongue, and then we fucked inside the bathtub, then we threw it in the lake. You are not the stolen shit, we tied them to the lake. All you want to do is feel things beneath the snow. Babe, is this a parking lot that came inside my mouth? You know, the lady at the Salvation Army wouldn't sell me those sunglasses at first. She said they were her boyfriend's. He fled for the Ozarks in September with her Bluetooth, promising to steal her a motorcycle in Eureka Springs, maybe Jesus, the tall one. Now smell those sunglasses and tell them that they're not my boyfriends. You are not her boyfriend since you're not a snowman, right? You are not your prescriptions, or not predestination, or not what you don't believe in just because you don't believe in it. You have gone to find the cure inside the granite mines and punch, slightly tipsy, saying all the beatific shit about the rice. Now you've been caught scaling the dam and left a bottle of 4 Roses on the nightstand and a coupon for In-N-Out Burger. You are not the one who found your sunglasses inside the bathroom at the rink. You answered very carefully. I left the woodshed with an almond in my pocket. I did not draw my heart in crayon. I've never seen you before, fed you ham hock, or let you sleep beside me in the snow. You are not okay. You are hitching a ride on the Green Bridge wearing only a habit. You are serving all the drinks to every soldier going blind. If I cut you open, would I find the stolen throats? God doesn't care about the kittens in the Cisco box. God isn't there on the Greyhound through the snow. God is not a fireman. We are not God's tattoos. No one sleeps beneath the train except the light. God will never cure himself of how the whistle doesn't stay. Hawk all your tobacco on the pillow when you go. We're buried in the lake and touching just to last. The silt's between my fingers now, and now it's in your teeth. Thanks.